Hello, it's Nemesis Nick here. I'm a keen fan of the Eurovision Song Contest. It's time to talk Eurovision. Today is the day of the Eurovision Song Contest 2025 first semi-final at St Jakobshall, Basel, Switzerland. After I produced preview and or review videos for most of the national finals I watched during the winter, I've only managed to produce standalone videos for this year's entries from Ireland, Australia and the Netherlands, which is a pity. I had hoped to have reviewed all the songs by now, and perhaps even made second videos of some winning songs from national finals, analysing lyrics in depth where necessary. Sorry I've not produced anywhere near as many videos as I'd have liked. In an attempt to catch up, here are my points of view on the songs competing tonight in order of performance based on the official preview videos. By the way, I've deliberately done my best to avoid seeing publicly viewable photos or videos of rehearsals so as not to spoil a surprise for tonight. This is why I will speculate staging for some songs. Also, please excuse me if I mispronounce any foreign national final names, artist names, song titles or lyrics. Okay, here I go. Song 1, Iceland Vibe, Roar. It's always tough being first to perform, but someone has to go first. I watched Sunvakeppnin 2025 final live from the UK on Saturday the 22nd of February 2025 at Sunvakeppnin. This song was sung in Icelandic and the preview video version was also sung in Icelandic. I hope it will be performed in Icelandic tonight because it's great to hear a song in the country's native language. The title means row, as in rowing a boat. The song has a very catchy, lively chorus. It translates as rowing today, rowing tonight, rowing to where the stars are bright, and nothing's ever stopping me now. The verses contain rap, although I'm not keen on rap generally, I don't mind it being here. I like the use of a stringed instrument during the introduction and after two instances of a chorus. Near the end there was a key change which is customary for Eurovision songs. During the Sunvakeppnin performance, a shade of blue with patterns featured on the background screen during instances of the chorus. However, red appeared on the background screen during the verses, and there was one moment when there was an overhead view of buildings. During the instrumental break, the band members appeared behind what resembled a rowing boat, and sea creatures appeared on the screen. Presumably the staging will be the same or similar in Basel tonight. The silver outfits used for the Sunvakeppnin performance, and which appear in the preview video, a reminder of Verka Serdushka's outfit in 2007, albeit without a head start. Altogether a lively, catchy song, a good one to start tonight's show. Song 2, Poland, Justyna Steczkowska, Gaia. Now for something totally different, I watched the Polish national final, Wielki Finał Polskich Kwalifikacji 2025 live, online from the UK on 14th of February 2025. Sadly, I never got round to producing a preview or review video of that national final. But anyway, Gaia was the song which won that evening. During the Polish national final, this was performed in a mixture of Polish and English and appears in that format on the official Eurovision Song Contest website. Presumably, this will be performed in the same mix of Polish and English tonight. According to Wikipedia, the song is named after Gaia, the personification of the earth in Greek mythology. That clearly explains the significance of the opening line, "They call me Gaia," and the first two lines of the first instance of the chorus, which in English are, "They call me Gaia, I'm the goddess." Justyna sings the opening line and chorus in a somewhat unusual style. I'd say it's a style of traditional church music, but it provides impact here. Some parts have a beat, but not the instances of a chorus or a bridge. During the Polish national final, the chorus was accompanied by fire on the background screen and there were flame effects on stage. Presumably those will be reproduced in Basel tonight. The outro is a series of one-word lines. This part is powerful. It's hardly surprising this part was accompanied by strobe lighting in the Polish national final, and expect the same tonight. Dancers are also on stage during a Polish national final performance, and presumably they will be on stage in Basel tonight. Altogether a very unusual entry from Poland. Song 3, Slovenia. Clement, how much time do we have left? First, at the start of the official preview video, Clement explains he wrote this song when his wife was diagnosed with a serious illness. That's important to bear in mind if one is to fully understand the meaning of the lyrics which is shown during the song part of the video. The opening verse is accompanied by infrequent piano notes. The song becomes more musical during the first instance of a chorus. Piano notes can be heard during the second verse, but there are more of them compared to the first. The first two lines of the chorus have an important message. How much time do we have left together? We never know. The bridge includes lines, I admire your power, I admire your will, your ability to heal, and the way you never gave up, which reflect the fact that although Clement's wife's illness was diagnosed as incurable, she miraculously made a full recovery. Altogether a beautiful ballad, and I particularly like the way in which Clement sings it in the light of what it's about. However, casual viewers who watch tonight's semi-final without watching any of the preview videos of the songs, let alone doing any background reading about them, are unlikely to be aware of what Clement says at the start of the video, and he almost certainly won't have time to tell that story on stage tonight. In any case, such viewers are unlikely to realise what this song is about, and they may well see this as a dull ballad and not want to vote for this if watching in an eligible country, which is a pity. Excuse me. I hope my voice can last out this video. There's a lot more songs to get through. Song 4, Estonia, Tommy Cash, Espresso Macchiato. The Estonian national final, ESC Laul 2025 final, took place at the Unibet Arena in Tallinn on Saturday 15th of February 2025, and I watched ESC Laul 2025 final online from UK on demand 3 days later. The winner, Tommy Cash, Espresso Macchiato, was also top of my ranking in my Eurovision scoreboard whilst watching the show. Espresso Macchiato is a lively, catchy song, almost a fun song from start to finish. Tommy sings this in a mixture of Italian... Tommy sang this in a mixture of Italian and English during the ESC Laul final, and that's how it appears on the official Eurovision Song Contest website. Presumably, that's how it will be sung tonight. It's worth pointing out that the lines, "Me like to fly privati" and "I work around the clock" include English words that have been misspelled to sound Italian, but they are not proper Italian. Some lines are proper Italian, though, including a chorus line, "Mi amore." As for the appearances of please, according to Google Translate, por favore is actually Portuguese, not Italian. Some may perhaps see this as a cross between Spanish and Italian as a play on words. Unsurprisingly, the ESC Laul final performance of this song started with Tommy holding a coffee cup. As the song progressed, falling coffee cups, a tablecloth pattern, names of coffee types, and coffee beans appeared on the background screen. Presumably, tonight's staging in Basel will be similar. If the betting odds are anything to go by, this is almost certain to qualify tonight and could do well in the grand final just because it's such a catchy, fun song themed around coffee. Song 5, Ukraine, Zifferblatt, Bird of Prey. The Ukrainian national final for the Eurovision Song Contest 2025, the Beer 2025 final, took place in Kyiv on Saturday the 8th of February 2025, and I watched it online from the UK on demand 3 days later. This is a rather unusual song. There are some really overpowering sections and some high-pitched moments. The powerful sections must presumably be some form of rock music. The title is interesting. Its third word is spelt P-R-A-Y, as in say one's prayers. If they're referring to a bird of prey, as in eagles and falcons, the third word should be spelt P-R-E-Y. The centrepiece of the VB performance was the artificial mini garden, which was placed on stage for a band to perform in. But it will be interesting to see if they use that in Basel tonight or stage it the song in a totally different way. The drum kit and electric guitar featured in the VB performance. Those will almost certainly be present tonight, but even if they're just mimed tonight, altogether something out of the ordinary by Ukraine standards. Some will enjoy this very much, but it won't be everyone's cup of tea. According to the betting odds, this is currently highly likely to qualify, but I have my doubts about this being able to qualify tonight. Song 6, Sweden, Kai, Barabada Bastu. I watched the Swedish national final, Melodifestivalen 2025 final, live, online from the UK on Saturday the 8th of March 2025. This was the final song in that night's lineup and the only song not in English that evening, yet it ended up winning. I wasn't that keen on this the first time I saw the online performance prior to Melfest 2025 final, but I liked it more when I played the song again following the lyrics, and even more so whilst watching Melfest 2025 final. So by the time all 12 songs had been performed that night, I put this top of my ranking in my Eurovision Song scoreboard. Barabadabastu is in a dialect of Swedish, including some Finnish lines. I like the use of the line Iksi Koksi Kolme before the first two instances of the chorus. This is Finnish for 1, 2, 3. The chorus is very lively and catchy. I particularly like the chorus line Barabadabastu Bastu, which means simply sauna sauna. That's the perfect hook for this song. The bridge could be seen as a bit repetitive, but it's certainly unforgettable. Before the last instance of the chorus, there is a key change which you would expect for a Eurovision song. During the Melfest final performance, I was mystified as to the significance of a tree on the background screen and a large wooden structure. After a key change, the use of green laser beams and rising steam jets were a perfect climax to this song. Presumably the staging will be very much the same or similar in Basel tonight. Altogether a lively, catchy song. Is hardly surprising this won Melfest 2025 and is now strongly tipped to win tonight's Eurovision Song Contest 2025 first semi-final. Pardon me. Okay, on I go. Song 7, Portugal, Napa, Deslacado. The Portuguese national final, Festival de Canção 2025 final, took place on Saturday the 8th of March 2025, and I watched it online from the UK on demand the next day. I didn't see preview videos of the participating songs beforehand, so my online viewing of Festival de Canção 2025 final was my first time as seeing or hearing any of the participating songs. Likewise, I didn't see any of the lyrics or background information about the songs beforehand, so I had difficulty identifying component parts of some of the songs whilst watching that national final. Anyway, the winner was Napa Deslacado. At the time, I noticed the chorus is quite powerful and catchy, and a piano, drums and a guitar could be heard at times. I was mystified as to the significance of the trees and flowers which appeared on the background screens at times during the Festival de Canção performance of Deslacado. Since then, I found out a little more about this song. The title means displaced in English. According to Wikipedia, the song was described as a nod to the band's origin, them being composed of Madeirans living displaced in mainland Portugal. Looking at an English translation of the lyrics, the song includes lines, "I'm coming home 3 times in succession," and later lines including, "No matter how it may seem, I'll never belong to that city. I make my way thinking of returning to my home island, Peace, Madeira." From what I can gather of those lines, the band members feel that mainland Portugal doesn't feel like home to them and they dream of returning to Madeira. Altogether a very unusual style of song. A Wikipedia article I've found about this song describes it as indie rock. I have my doubts about this song's ability to qualify tonight. Put it this way, casual viewers who haven't looked at the lyrics or done any background reading about this song beforehand are unlikely to understand what this song is about. I think this entry is even more disadvantaged by being performed immediately after Sweden's Barabadabastu and before Norway's Lighter. Song 8, Norway, Kyle Alexander, Lighter. I watched the Norwegian national final, Melody Grand Prix 2025 final, live online from the UK on Saturday 15th of February 2025. The winner was Kyle Alexander, Lighter, which was hardly surprising as this was the favourite to win MGP final that evening. I also put this song top of my ranking in my Eurovision scoreboard that evening. The opening verses sung the bouncy man when a soft beat could be heard. During the chorus there is quite a powerful beat. The second verse has a powerful beat to it. This includes an instrumental break which includes some Eastern style elements. After that, the section starting "Silence Fills the Room" is sung quite softly, which provides a break from the livelier bits before a final instance of the chorus. The MGP final performance was enhanced by orange clouds and an orange landscape which simulated flames in the distance on background screen, and flames around the edge of real flames around the edge of a stage from about midway through. Midway through, that should be. During the instrumental break, there was more use of fire, and the song ended with a final burst of flames. Presumably, this will be staged in a similar manner in Basel tonight. Altogether a powerful song. I'm not sure what style this is. Song 9, Belgium, Red Sebastian, Strobe Lights. I watched Belgium's national final, Eurosong 2025 live, online from the UK on Saturday 1st of February 2025, and the winner was Red Sebastian, Strobe Lights. I also put that entry top of my ranking in my Eurovision scoreboard that evening. The section "Strobe Lights, Getting Lost in Your Eyes, Cotton Candy Haze, Floating Up in Space" provides a gentle opening. The first verse proper, starting "Falling Where Up Is Down," includes "Alice, Show Me Your Hand, Take It to Wonderland." Evidently that's a reference to the story Alice in Wonderland. I like the pre-chorus starting Step into the mirror to bright new dimensions. This includes "Come Down Through the Looking Glass." Presumably representing the story through the looking glass. The chorus, which goes from "Strobe Lights, Getting Lost in Your Eyes" to "It's Where I Want to Stay," is very catchy. I like the way the singer goes high-pitched on its last line. Altogether a lively, catchy song with a beat on the verses and pre-chorus, but not on the first instance of the chorus. The Belgian Eurosong 2025 performance included considerable use of red lighting in the background and overhead. Unsurprisingly, strobe lighting was also used on instances of the chorus which mention the song title. Presumably staging will be similar in Basel tonight. A further enhancement during the Belgian Eurosong 2025 performance was Red Sebastian performing on a platform which was raised by a scissor-like mechanism. Since then, I've noticed a preview video for Eurovision 2025 features a lift, otherwise known as an elevator, within a building. Presumably then, this song will include a rising platform in Basel tonight, just like in Belgian Eurosong 2025. Altogether a lively, catchy song. In terms of song style in Belgian Eurosong staging, is this an attempt to replicate Lithuania's 2024 Eurovision entry Sylvester Belt, Looktel, and take it to another level? Whether or not that's the case, I'm mystified as to the need to reference the Lewis Carroll stories in the song lyrics. Song 10, Azerbaijan, Mama Gamma Run With You. If the last few years are anything to go by, it seems that the Azerbaijani broadcaster Iktimai Television tries a different style each year. This year's entry, Run With You, it's a much livelier song than what was entered last year. Run With You sounds quite an unusual style of song to me. According to Wikipedia, the band Mama Gama is known for indie pop and alternative rock. So it would appear to me that Run With You must be either one or a blend of both those genres. The song has a beat throughout. I've noticed the band singer Azaf Misiev performs in what seems a rather high-pitched voice for a male vocalist, but is he actually able to sing at that pitch, or is he really singing the lower normal for male pitch but artificially raising a pitch electronically through sound equipment? The lines, shadows in the neon light, the night is young, the beat is, where was I? The lines, shadows in the neon light, the night is young, the beat is tight, something in the air that makes me fall for you the way I do aha, are sung very rapidly, a necessity to fit all the words of those lines in during this part of the song. It's almost as though there are too many words to cram into one short section there. The chorus is catchy and easy to remember. It consists of, no matter what you do tonight, I want to run with you, I want to run with you, twice over. I particularly like the instrumental which follows both instances of the chorus. Altogether a lively song with a catchy chorus and electronic sounds and a good beat, but if the betting odds are anything to go by, this is among the songs least likely to qualify tonight. Song 11, San Marino, Gabri Ponta, Tortell'Italia. San Marino has only qualified for a grand final three times since their 2008 debut, and on each of those 3 occasions they have finished on the mid to lower right hand side of the scoreboard. Is Tortell'Italia a chance for San Marino to get their best result yet? Tortell'Italia is sung entirely in Italian. I particularly like the introduction and the instrumental fillers after the instances of the chorus. The chorus is particularly lively and catchy. The line Tortell'Italia, Tortell'Italia, Tortell'Italia twice over means all of Italy, all of Italy, all of Italy. The chorus lines translate as, let us dance with a glass in our hands, then tomorrow we'll regret saying I love you. I'm mystified as to why some lines of the second verse seem rap-like though. Altogether a very lively, catchy song to represent San Marino this year. It would be great as a disco party song, but it's questionable whether or not this can qualify to a grand final even. Looking at the betting odds, this is currently 10th place to qualify, which is borderline. Song 12, Albania, Shkodra Electronica Gem. I hope I've said that correctly. This is very much an Eastern style song in terms of the musical introduction and the singing style. The version in the preview video is sung in Albanian. I hope it is performed in Albanian tonight because I think singing this in English or any other language would spoil it. Looking at an English translation of the lyrics, one section is, imagine a minute, try without soldiers, with no orphans crying, with no bottles in the ocean, diesel smelling like lilac, the freedom of speech taught in a school class. One could see this as a protest song loosely connected with conflicts currently taking place and environmental issues. I particularly like the chorus, the instrumental filler after the instances of the chorus. However, I'm mystified as to why rap is used in the second verse. Altogether a good Balkan song, but I'm concerned how some viewers in countries eligible to vote for Albania will react to a translation of the lyrics in their own language tonight, because especially as, for example, what I've quoted, the English translation of one section that I just quoted. Anyway, this currently looks like a strong contender to qualify tonight. Okay. 3 more to go in my outro. Song 13, Netherlands, Claude, C'est la vie. This is the only song in this semi-final I made a standalone review video for, i.e. not part of a national final video. After what happened to Joost Klein on the morning of the Eurovision Song Contest Grand Final last year, I, for one, am overjoyed that the Dutch broadcaster, Avrotros, decided to submit an entry this year. This year's Dutch entry is Claude, C'est la vie, is sung mostly in French with a few lines in English. The opening line verse is sung softly and slowly and piano notes can be heard. The pre-chorus is sung more powerfully and in quite a bouncy manner. Singing it in a bouncy manner ties in well with the line, it goes up, it goes down, in this part of the song. Piano notes can be heard clearly here, in fact they're more frequent than in the first verse. The chorus is very simple, consisting of C'est la 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 vie, c'est la 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 vie, we say la 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 vie. I hope I got no la's right. Yes, this part of the song includes plenty of la la la. That's been used at Eurovision before. This is the lively part. It's sung in a powerful manner and a beat can be heard. This part of the song will be easy to remember. The second verse is sung more powerfully than the first and has a beat. This is followed by a second instance of a pre-chorus. This time, the first 4 lines of a pre-chorus are accompanied by a beat. The second instance of a chorus is longer than the first. One notable line of a bridge is "Oh, this roller coaster." Presumably, this is a metaphor to life which tends to have its ups and downs, just like riding a roller coaster. I like the way Claude can pitch high at the end of the first line of this bridge. At the end of a bridge, I particularly like the brief musical filler before the outro. Altogether a pleasant song from the Netherlands. It's either a ballad or power ballad. I like the way the song starts softly and slowly during the first verse, builds up during the first instance of a pre-chorus, is quite lively until the end of the bridge and slows down during the outro. We saw that technique from Portugal last year. Do you remember Iolanda Grito? I'm surprised Claude sings this song mostly in French when he is representing the Netherlands, but that's what was wanted this year. French sounds to me like the perfect language for this particular song. This ought to be liked very much by viewers in French-speaking countries. Undeniably, C'est la vie is a totally different style of song to Europapa last year, and it's not really fair to compare the two, but I, for one, much prefer C'est la vie to Europapa. Song 14, Croatia, Marko Bošnjak, Poison Cake. I watched the Croatian national final, Dora 2025 final, live, online from UK on Sunday the 2nd March 2025. That evening, a jury vote winner, Marko Bošnjak, Poison Cake, ended up winning outright, despite finishing just 4th in the public vote. This is a somewhat unusual song. The chorus is very powerful, accompanied by flame effects. I'm mystified as to why Marco is shown a circle in monochrome at the start. That was for a Dora performance. This seems to be sung in a mix of styles. The lines "one last thing," "a sprinkle of my sweet revenge" twice over are sung in quite a punchy manner. The pre-chorus line, "tasty, tasty, yum, yum, tasty," reminds me of "tasty, tasty, very, very tasty" in a British TV commercial for a brand of breakfast cereal around 1986 or 1987. The chorus, consisting of multiple instances of poison cake, is sung in a very harsh and punchy manner, which may appeal to hard rock or metal fans, but this will be way too overpowering for a lot of viewers. Altogether a very unusual entry from Croatia. In terms of content, according to Wikipedia, it's described as a story of revenge and standing up for oneself. Obviously, one wouldn't be able to bake a poisonous cake for someone to eat, even if they don't like that person, so evidently this song must be metaphorical. As for a musical style, it's difficult to say exactly what this is. According to Wikipedia, it's dark pop. According to Wikipedia, it's dark pop stroke EDM, but to me it seems like an unusual mix of styles in one song. All in all, it is not my taste in music at all, and it's hardly surprising I ranked this just 15th out of 16 entries whilst watching Dora 2025 final. The question is, will anyone even want to vote for this tonight? At this moment, according to the betting odds, this song is least likely to qualify and favourite to not qualify tonight. Yeah, well, just a minute. So, song 15, Teo Evan. Shh. Yes, I've made it to the last song which is from Cyprus. Quite an unusual song from Cyprus. It features a beat at times and some unusual eerie sounds at times. The chorus is memorable and catchy with a good beat and electronic sounds. As for lyrics within the chorus, the lines, "If you know my name, then please don't repeat it, and if you know my name, then keep it a secret," are interesting. Why is Teo saying within a Eurovision song, don't repeat his name or keep it a secret? Let's face it, millions of viewers worldwide will see him perform this song in Basel tonight, and again on Saturday if he qualifies to a grand final tonight. Between the second and final instances of chorus, there is a sound sequence followed by a repeating ostinato, which effectively serves as an instrumental. I particularly like that filler. Altogether, another song which is difficult to categorise in terms of style or in terms of musical style or genre, but it's a lively one to close tonight's show. Well, those are my opinions on the 15 countries' songs taking part tonight. 3 direct finalists, Spain, Italy and the host country Switzerland, will also perform their entries live in full at certain points between the 15 competing songs. The 15 participating songs plus Spain, Italy and Switzerland will be able to vote tonight. Remember, this year's semi-final results are being decided by televoting only. Although juries vote in the semi-finals, their points will only be used in the semi-finals if a country is unable to provide a valid televote result. It'll be interesting to see how that affects which songs qualify tonight. In addition, selected countries around the world will be able to vote in the rest of the world online vote, which will count as one extra country towards tonight's result. That alone could be enough to shake the results up still further, and depending on how close the results already are for 10th and 11th place. Good luck to all of tonight's 15 participating artists. May the best 10 qualify to Saturday evening's grand final. Enjoy watching tonight's Eurovision Song Contest 2025 first semi-final, and don't forget to vote if you're watching in an eligible country. Okay. In the meantime, and if you're watching in an eligible country, don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, remember to hit the like button. And if you're liking all my Eurovision videos, remember to subscribe to my channel. In the meantime, choose life. Goodbye, da boch, au revoir, wiedersehen, adios, arrivederci, do widzenia, do pobacenia. Made it.